Guys, you heard it here first. France has no problem with us cheating.
Paris Tonight is brought to you by smartwater.
Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Paris Tonight. I'm Ariel Helwani, standing outside once again Canada Olympic House, which has been buzzing since the start of these games. And on this particular episode, we got a lot to discuss, my friends. First, we have to talk about the Canadian women's national team. They went up against France on Sunday evening. A lot of attention on them considering everything that has gone on this week. We'll tell you how they did. Plus, Team USA men's basketball, they kicked things off against Serbia. Big win for them. We'll dig deeper about their prospects and talk about men's basketball. Canada going up against Australia, the big win against Greece, they're 1-0. We'll get into all of that and more as it pertains to hoops. We'll also take a closer look at the legend in the making, Summer McIntosh. Oh my gosh, what a start for her. Silver on Saturday, she may win gold on Monday. More on her to come. But first, you know, I'm getting the sense that everyone back home is feeling a little down about all this drone stuff, feeling like the world hates us all of a sudden, feeling like we are cheaters. And so we went to the Louvre to talk to the tourists here, to talk to the locals, to talk to even some of our own Canadians about what the world thinks of us. Do they really hate us? Should we go home? Are we a disgrace? Take a look.
I just thought you lost 6 points and then she was banned for a year.
Let's be honest, like everyone cheats, right?
I hope not.
As a representative of France, you're okay with Canada being here?
Yes.
Don't worry, be happy.
I don't have any problem, so I didn't hear about this fact. So for
Guys,
me,
you heard it here first. France has no problem with us cheating. Do you think Canadians are good people?
I really do think they're good people. In fact, I think they're such good people that I decided to marry one.
Ah, you got one. There are some people who say if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Fair play.
Do you know what, my fiance said that to me the other day. Is that a
That's very not Canadian. Where are you from?
Malta.
Would the good people of Malta ever cheat like that? Would they ever spy?
Maybe. Depends who you ask.
I guess it's cheating.
You don't seem too bothered. You sound like a closet cheater, if I'm being honest.
No, definitely not.
No one cheats from China? So all good?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hey guys, where are you from?
Australia.
I should have known.
Yeah.
What brings you here?
Olympics.
I should have known. Does that make you think less of Canada?
No. You've got good maple syrup.
So we just want to confirm that the good people of the Philippines still love and respect us.
Yeah, we do. We're a loving country.
Hi, where are you from?
Yo, man, I'm from Slovakia.
We should feel bad.
I think it should probably. Yeah,
geez.
yeah.
Do you think we should go home?
I'm kidding. No, no, kidding.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Relax. Canadians are good at that, I feel, you know. Don't worry about it.
You still like us?
Yeah, I love.
We're from Czech Republic.
Where are you from?
Czech Republic.
Oh yeah, you just said that. You like Canadians.
Canadians? Yes, I suppose it is.
The good people of Czech Republic love us.
Yes, agree.
I'm from the US.
You're from the US?
Yes.
Why are you holding your phone? Are
I'm
you...
talking to my girlfriend.
Oh, hi. Can I say hi to her? Hello. You're American.
Yes, you're good.
Relax.
Yeah.
All you have to do is pass out some maple candy.
Maple candy. She says all you have to do is pass out some maple candy. You don't think any different about us? Everyone relax. You would do the same.
I would probably do the same.
Any advice to the people of Canada to lift our spirits?
I don't know. At least you're not dealing with our presidential race. So,
All right. We'll leave it at that. Thank you. We have run into an actual real-life Canadian.
If everyone else is doing it, do we get a pass?
On behalf of Canada, can you apologize to the world for the cheating?
I'm sorry.
All right. So as you can see, the world still loves us. No big deal. Everyone, relax. They would do the same. And so I'm here to tell you from France, in front of this great venue, that the world doesn't hate us, that we could still feel proud, and we shouldn't feel embarrassed anymore, all right? Everyone calm down. That was a great segment, by the way, if I do say so myself. So good, you can hang it in the Louvre. All right, now let's move back to the pitch and talk about some good news. Canada defeating France tonight 2-1 in an absolute thriller. A come-from-behind win for the ladies. They were down 1-0. Second half, they tie it, 58th minute. And then in super-duper stoppage time, they pull ahead and win 2-1. Jubilation. Everyone's counting them out. The heels of this tournament are still alive. To talk to us about this and what the future holds for the ladies, we have our very own Shireen Ahmed here to join us. All right, it was thrilling here at Canada Olympic House. Shireen, your reaction back in Toronto as Canada pulled away 2-1 in stoppage time.
Thanks, Ariel. I think thrilling is absolutely the best way to describe this. It was an invigorating match from the get-go. Canada started to press early. We saw some tenacity. It was actually a very physical game. When Jessie Fleming scored, I think there was a huge sigh of relief and this sense of, okay, hope, we can continue. But when everyone saw that it was 13 minutes, was a lot. But then again, Vanessa Gilles comes out, a defender with her left foot, brings that home in the 12th minute of stoppage time. Unreal scenes here.
You know, sometimes when there's controversy, teams kind of crumble under the pressure, and sometimes they come together. Are you getting the sense that this group is actually coming together now?
There's something really interesting about that. We know this team to be one that, for the most part, seems to be so cohesive as a unit. They really rely on each other, and a lot of the commentary amongst all this drama from the last couple of days is that they were going to do exactly that. This team is going to rely on each other, and that's what they did. Just not taking no for an answer, decided to do that. And you saw at the end when the whistle finally blew, it felt like this absolute relief and euphoria.
This is all very confusing. The point deduction, where do they sit? How do they actually get out of this situation? Can you explain right now? Because they are technically 2-0, but if you look at the table, 0 points.
So essentially, I think everyone understands that they were docked 6 points. They cannot lose any more matches. They have to win against Colombia. And then the best third place finisher gets to advance. So at this point, we don't know yet. It's not certified or we can't say for sure. We just know that Canada is still alive and has to keep winning.
What a win, what a moment, what a time to be a Canadian. Thank you so much, Shireen. We appreciate it very much. And what a time to be a fan of the men's basketball team as well. They are now 1-0, getting ready for the big showdown against Australia on Tuesday. We'll talk to Donnovan Bennett about their win over Greece on Saturday night. But first, we asked the players recently some wacky questions. Take a look at this.
Which teammate is most likely to end up on the cover of French Vogue?
Shay.
Shay, for sure.
On the cover of French Vogue? I mean, probably Shay.
Shay. SGJ would definitely be on the cover of French Vogue.
Shay, Dylan, maybe? Those guys like fashion. I just wear sweats everywhere, so I couldn't tell you. I don't care. I don't care about what I wear. I look good either way, baby. Don't matter what I wear.
Nikhil.
You won't even say yourself there?
No, I can't.
Who's the least likely to end up on French Vogue?
I want to say Kelly.
Least likely to be on Vogue would probably be Kelly Olynyk.
Kelly, baby. Kelly be wearing some low socks. That's why I say that.
I think he would be on like more of like a country magazine or something like that.
That's not Kelly's vibe. Kelly doesn't care about that stuff.
Oh, me? Damn, RJ? I should say RJ for that.
All right, let's stick with the basketball theme, one of my favorite themes of these Olympic Games, and talk to one of my favorites as well. Back home, it's Donnovan Bennett joining us, who's done such a great job so far covering the games for CBC and a tremendous job with the essays as well. Donnovan, thank you so much for joining us. You know, yesterday I was watching Canada versus Greece, and I have to say, I was stressing, man. I thought we were going to blow it in game one with some massive games coming up against Australia and Spain. What were you thinking? How are you feeling in that fourth quarter?
First of all, thank you for having me. This show is already outstanding. It's already a flex that you have the show of the Olympics. And I'm going to listen to our broadcast coach, Bob Babinski, and answer the question that I want to answer, not the one that you asked. Can I just say, Ariel Helwani is covering the Olympics for our nation's broadcaster. Not the broke boy doing stuff for the Score television network back in the day like me. You have come up and it was amazing. And that is my overall feeling. Was I stressed? Yes. Did I feel like the plus minus needed to be above 12, which is the marker that Australia put down earlier? Yes. But I will say, man, how long have we, because we are a bit older than some of our viewers, said if we get all of our good guys together at the same time, healthy, contract, playing for the national team, we could have a squad. We've dreamt about it since 2000. We thought, oh, we're close. Anthony Bennett drafted first overall, 2015. Here we come. It's 2024. There are interns out here who never saw Nash killing it in Sydney. So the fact that this generation, who had a 4-hour parade celebrating the Raptors, can now see literally our nation's team, it was a beautiful thing. So I had goosebumps along with the stress sweat that I was having. Luckily, I stayed hydrated, drank the outstanding water that brings us this program, but it was a vibe.
First of all, thank you for the kind words. And yes, the water has been great. Thank you to smartwater very much for hooking us up. And so, yes, it's good to have this stress. This is a good problem to have. We've been dreaming of this problem. But now that we're in the thick of it, I want to run like we had last summer in the World Cup. And so now we're facing Australia, who has looked very good as of late. The defending bronze medalist, Josh Giddey, looked phenomenal in their first game. That's on Tuesday. I have to admit, I'm very nervous. I'm extremely nervous. Are you nervous?
Very nervous. Everyone was saying, oh, upset Australia over Spain. Really? No, to me, Australia is a medal contender, the hardest team for me in the group, if not in the field, because like us, they have NBA depth outside of the US, which is all obviously NBA All-Stars, never mind NBA players. We've got 10. The team with the next amount of NBA players in the tournament is Australia. Question for you, though. Defensive stopper. We talked about Giddey, how good he looked. We need one stop. Is it the man from Montreal, the Beast, and Lou Dort? Is it the man from Saga, Dylan Brooks? The city that I reside in, or the city that you were born in? Where are we going?
I'm going with Lou, if only because he was the guy who was playing in the fourth quarter in the dying minutes on Saturday night. Dylan Brooks had some foul trouble. We need Dylan. We need him on the court. I love Dylan. I'm a heel. They call me Helwani. I love heels. Dylan is the ultimate heel, but I need him on the court, all right? So none of these ticky-tack fouls. They've got to get used to the FIBA whistles, so to speak, and a lot of these other countries are used to it. This is part of the maturation process. I like your optimism. I'm worried about Australia. I'm not so worried about Spain. And I know I'm putting you on the spot, and I know the tournament is just starting, my man, but as of right this moment, give me the prediction. Does Canada get a medal? Where do they finish when it's all said and done?
I think Canada will get a medal. Silver's the worst medal, let's be honest, because you feel like you lost, even though you had the second best. But I think Canada finishes with a silver medal, and that win in the semis over whoever is going to be so sweet.
Oh my God, that would be incredible. You're giving me chills just talking about it. Perhaps in that gold medal game, we'll be facing Team USA. And Team USA just kicked off their tournament earlier today. They beat Serbia. Solid performance, I would say. That dastardly turncoat Joel Embiid not looking so great. And as a Knicks fan, I love everything about it. What did you make of Team USA's first appearance?
Listen, represent the nation you'd like. I get it. But when I see Joel Embiid playing for the United States, when his entry to the United States was to play at Kansas, I'm like, what are we doing? You should be playing for France or for anybody but the United States. Do they need you, Joel Embiid? Like, is this trusting the process? The U.S. for me, and really LeBron, as I've watched them in the lead up to this tournament, it's like, remember you're playing American or 21, depending where you live, or street basketball for the young kids who don't play that anymore. And there's the older kid who's managing how hard they're trying, just making it interesting, but every once in a while they're going to turn it on. That to me is LeBron at advanced age. So the Serbia game to me was no different. They were like, all right, we're not going to mess around. We're not going to do the South Sudan thing. We're going to take care of business, but we are an elite sprinter in the heats. We're getting out there. Once we get into the drive phase, we're shutting it down at 70 meters and making sure we have a nice lane placement.
By the way, shout out to South Sudan. Big win over Puerto Rico earlier today as well. And shout out to you, my man. You're doing great stuff. The essay on the 92 Dream Team, I loved everything about it. And I love the fact that you're a part of the coverage as well. So thank you so much, and keep up the great work, Donnovan.
Likewise, man. I want to be you when I grow up, so likewise.
Thank you so much. And of course, we're not just here to talk about men's basketball. The women kick things off tomorrow as well. They're going up against host France. That's going to be a tough tournament. And a few months back, I got a chance to speak to veteran Natalie Achonwa about how her Olympic dream started. Take a look at this. Do you remember your earliest memories of wanting to be an Olympian? And like, when did this dream begin for you?
You know, this is my dad's favorite story, but I started playing basketball by accident. So I never really had this like goal or dream of being a professional basketball player or being an Olympian. It kind of evolved. I played soccer. My dad's Nigerian, so I had a soccer ball in front of my feet as soon as I could walk. And then I had a growth spurt, and I was like 5'7" in the 6th grade. Soccer coach was like, you should try to play basketball. First practice, shot the ball, went over the rim, backboard, everything totally missed, turned around, ran back on defense. My dad was like, this girl has no shame. She's gonna be good one day. And then I kind of just worked at it. I've been super competitive my whole life, and I just decided it was basketball. And then went through the steps of being a part of Canada basketball, and at 16, Alison McNeil, the coach at the time, was like, we want you to be on the Olympic age, the senior women's national team. And she saw something in me I didn't see in myself at that point. And so it's just been like the process over there. And if you asked me at 15, am I going to be a 4-time Olympian? Yeah. Never in my wildest dreams.
Outshine Gold, presented by Lululemon.
All right, time now for another Outshine Gold segment presented by our good friends from Lululemon. You know, obviously these games started a little inauspiciously for Team Canada, what with the whole drone spying story. But of course, it was the great teenage sensation, Summer McIntosh, that got us back on track on Saturday. What a performance on Saturday evening here in Paris as she wins her very first medal, a silver medal to be exact, in the 400-meter freestyle event. Summer McIntosh is someone that we've been talking about for quite some time. Of course, she made her Olympic debut back in the 2020 Games in Tokyo at just 14 years young. And back in 1984, her mother competed for Team Canada in swimming, and so perhaps this was all destined for her daughter, Summer, to be competing in the Summer Games as a swimmer as well. By the time this is all said and done, she could go down as the greatest Canadian Olympian ever. A lot of people are predicting that she will be the most decorated Canadian Olympic athlete ever. She's only got one medal to her name thus far, but that could change as soon as Monday, because she's then competing in the 400-meter individual medley, which is her signature event. She holds the world record. A lot of people are predicting she will win gold in that event, and so lock yourself in. It will be must-see TV as a 17-year-old. Yes, I stress once again, a 17-year-old. She is the one that is, in many respects, flying the flag for Team Canada in these games. She will compete on Monday, try to get her second and perhaps her very first gold medal event. And there are two more individual events for her coming up after those, not to mention some team events as well. She is going to be someone that we're going to be talking about for many more years to come, so get used to saying the name Summer McIntosh. By the time this is all said and done, she could go down as a Canadian legend. And now it's time for a very special breaking news report. I'm currently standing right outside the world-famous Seine River here in Paris. Everyone knows about this river. It was featured heavily during the opening ceremony. Well, guess what? They wanted to actually have the athletes swim in this river for the triathlon and marathon events. And in fact, they had a practice session scheduled for this morning at 8 a.m., the first time the athletes were going to jump in and swim. Well, guess what? It's been raining here for the last couple of days, and they have determined that the water is too gross. It's infested. Bacteria, E. coli, all kinds of gross things. I want nothing to do with this. You want nothing to do with this. The athletes want nothing to do with this. But guess what? They've been pouring, pardon the pun, $1.5 billion into this river to clean it up since 2015. They've been spending the last 9 years trying to clean up this thing. Couple days rain, E. coli galore. Last week, the mayor of Paris actually jumped in here, swam to prove to the world, what me worry, no problem. And now here we are a week later, and the first session was canceled. But they are confident that come Tuesday, everything will be okay. Some sun, some vitamin D, no problem. Stay tuned for more updates from the Seine, and hopefully everything's okay. All right, before we go, time now for everyone's favorite segment of the show. It's our Paris Tonight podium. My 3 favorite moments of the day, and we got some great ones for you. Let's kick things off. My bronze medal moment goes to the Olympic flame. Yes, you know when we did that segment outside the Louvre, talking to all those people? Well, just outside the Louvre, it's the Olympic flame. It's underneath the massive hot air balloon that you saw perhaps at the opening ceremony. It was pretty darn cool. In fact, second time in my life that I get to see the Olympic flame with my own eyes. First time was back in 2010 in Vancouver. Very happy to see it for the second time. My silver medal moment, that goes to South Sudan. South Sudan competing in their very first Olympic Games. They picked up their very first men's basketball win. They defeated Puerto Rico today, 90-79. They have been quite the story. They almost beat Team USA in exhibition play just a few days ago. Unfortunately, the day kicked off a little weird for them. They actually played the wrong national anthem before the game. Officials have apologized and they have vowed to play the right one. They better get used to playing that anthem. South Sudan seems like a team that is here to stay. And my gold, well, it has to go to Eleanor Harvey, 29-year-old from Hamilton, Ontario. She has won Canada's very first medal in fencing. Yes, she did so earlier today. She won a bronze. Unbelievable stuff. It was thrilling to watch. She is now on the board as well, and Canada has won 2 medals now at these games. They're destined for more, and that leads into my one thing to watch on Monday. Summer McIntosh time. All eyes will be on the 17-year-old at the pool, and we'll be there as well. It's her race. It's the 400-meter individual medley. She holds the world record in this race, and a lot of people are expecting her to win gold on Monday afternoon. You better watch on CBC Gem. I can't wait to be there in person to witness it all. All right, we're out of time. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on Monday night.
Paris Tonight is brought to you by Smart Water.